All right, welcome back, everybody, to Oh Fudge with Mark, Emily, and Jessica.
Yeah,
What's up, guys?
up?
Welcome back to another episode. How are you guys doing today? How are you, Mark and Emily?
I'm doing Fudgetastic. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Fudge.
Oh, that's a knee slapper.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
fudging great. How about you guys?
Whoa, Jess, relax on the language.
Now you guys are making me want to eat chocolate. I finished my Oreos. Fuck.
I want some ice
Ooh,
cream.
Emily, what is your snack of
Wait,
the day? Wait, hold up. Ice cream? Did you say ice cream?
Yes, I want some ice cream
I
right
have
now.
ice cream. I kind of want to go
Oh
get
my
it
god,
right
let's all
now.
take a second to go get snacks, please.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go
I'll be
get
back.
one.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be right back. They're just getting some snacky snacks. Oh my God. How are you guys doing out there? Are you good?
I got my snacks.
I'm back.
Should we do trending topics first or the snacks first?
Introduce your snacks.
Okay. Mark, you go first because I have to do my ASMR segment.
All right.
Oh no.
As
It's a thing. We're doing
oh
it
god,
every
again.
time.
I just cringe every time.
All right. So my snack of choice right now is chocolate flavored Halo Top ice cream.
Ooh.
It is
Mm.
300 calories for the entire pint.
You better eat those 300 calories.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would.
It's pretty good. It's a good source of protein too.
Oh my God. Welcome to ASMR segment. Today for our snacks, we have the one, the only Chips Ahoy cookies, but they're miniature. I'm gonna turn to my ASMR voice now. These are the Chips Ahoy mini cookies. They come in individual packs. Yeah, just hear that. They hear that crunching. Now let's get into it and let's open it up.
My skin is literally crawling. Oh, that's just any ASMR. I don't know how people like ASMR. I don't. It just makes me cringe and then just makes my skin crawl. I can't.
Yeah, my ice cream tastes bad now.
Now that we have the cookie, let's take a bite. I can't wait to deep dive into this nice chocolate cookie. How to get the lip smacks in there.
I can't.
Please stop. I will pay you whatever you want. Just stop.
Thank you for coming to my ASMR segment. If you like that, please drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how it made you feel.
It makes me feel just weird.
YouTube's gonna get a load off of this. All right, so let's move on.
All right, guys, and we're gonna get back to our trending topic. So each one of us, Mark, Emily, and I, have a trending topic of today.
That was beautiful.
Tony the Tiger, who?
So my trending topic for today, for this lovely episode, as we all know, our girl Zendaya, she won an Emmy, her first Emmy, for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, and she is the youngest person and the second Black woman to win in that category. So Zendaya, shout out to you. You are amazing. You're a queen, and you're just paving the way for the younger generation. So I applaud you for that. So thank you. And congrats to you, girl.
Congrats to Zendaya, as well as congrats to the entire Schitt's Creek cast.
Oh.
They totally swept the Emmys. They took home lead actor and actress in a comedy series, outstanding writing for a comedy series, outstanding directing for a comedy series, outstanding supporting actor and actress for a comedy series. So the entire main cast the four of them, as well as the writing and the directing, all won awards.
That's amazing.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats to them too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The Emmys was all at home via Zoom, I believe, except for some people who were up on stage presenting some awards. They actually had people in like hazmat suits waiting outside of people's houses with an Emmy if they were announced that they won that Emmy.
Oh wow. But then with Zendaya's, they had it already in the room though, so she must have known before, or
Well,
I don't know.
somebody was sent to everybody's houses, so they were probably nearby. Because I know the star of Remy,
Mm.
he posted a video of him losing. So the person who was in the hazmat suit just waved bye and then left with the
Oh,
Emmy in their hand. But what the cast of Schitt's Creek did different from everyone else is that they had an entire like area set up for the Emmys. So they had all the people that were a part of the entire show sit down and enjoy the festivities as if it was like an actual Emmy.
yeah.
That's my hot take. But yes, congrats to Zendaya. You definitely deserve it. It was a
Mhm.
fantastic performance for your fantastic show, Euphoria. Love that show. Can't wait for season 2.
I
Yeah.
have yet to watch it,
Congrats
but
to you, girl.
congrats Zendaya and to all the other shows and actors, actresses who won Emmys.
So, for tier ending topics, I tried to pick a topic that is going to be more fun and uplifting. But this week, I decided to pay a tribute to the very incredible Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Born on March 15th, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York, graduated from Cornell University and Harvard Law, spent her life fighting inequality while dazzling everyone with her incredible neckwear. She is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an American jurist who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1993 to 2020, the second woman to serve on the court. During her life, she showed incredible strength and dedication. She fought cancer twice and won. While attending Harvard with her husband became sick while being diagnosed with cancer. While he was missing his classes, RBG would gather notes from his classes and make sure he wasn't behind on his work while also working on her own schoolwork, all while taking care of their 4-year-old daughter. RBG has worked her entire career to eliminate gender based stereotyping in legislation and regulations. She defended women's reproductive freedom in several cases and supported gay marriage. She is a woman of true strength, determination, and resilience. She is an inspiration for many, and her hard work will never be forgotten.
Rest in peace to
Yeah.
her. A fellow Pisces, rest in peace. That's crazy.
She
Oh my
she
god.
is incredible, and her story is truly inspiring. The amount
Yeah.
of strength that she and determination that she put in to everything, and the obstacles that she has had to overcome throughout her entire career and life in general.
Yeah, and when she died, like the amount of disrespect that she received from senators was fucking ridiculous, and it makes me so upset. There was a Republican senator who tweeted, "Say goodbye to Roe versus Wade," right after we got fucking news that she passed on. I don't give a shit if you're Republican, conservative, believe in abortion or whatever. If someone who was so monumental as Ruth Bader Ginsburg just fucking died and you thought tweeting that was a good idea, fuck you, dude. The amount of disrespect for someone who fought very hard for human rights and is an icon for human rights activists, I don't care like what you feel about abortion. Give people that moment to mourn her.
Especially if someone just passed away and you don't have the respect. Like, come
Like,
on.
dude, like read the fucking room, dog. Like, for real. Like, why? Oh my God. As soon as I saw that, I was gonna yeet my phone out of my room. I was so pissed.
That's ignorant. That's just really ignorant.
Trump, he said, like, this is probably the one time he was actually like kind of kind, even though it was, staged because he saw the camera or whatever. But like what he said about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, it wasn't disrespectful. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard to not be a dick when someone dies. It's not.
Yeah.
And
Mm-mm. It's not hard to be a good and
It
considerate
really
person.
isn't.
It's not. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of time. Like, mm, I can't stand people like
Yeah,
that. Oh my
and
gosh.
Trump's pick to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg, we are going back. She's gonna get rid of abortion. She's super, 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 super fucking Christian, and like, there's nothing wrong with being Christian, but her policies are reflective of that. Like, there is no separation of church and state with this woman.
Who is this?
I
Sorry, I
forgot
had
her
to do
name.
something.
I'm on political TikTok, and I like getting my information from both sides. I see both sides videos, and one of my favorite TikTokers, her name's Gabby. She basically went and said all of the, things that this woman supports, and she's anti-LGBT, she's anti-abortion. She One of her like things she talks about getting rid of Roe versus Wade, and we're going back. We're going back. All of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's fucking hard work's gonna be depleted just because of this one bitch who might get elected. Excuse my language, but excuse my language, but she's not a good person.
I really have no words when it comes to politics right now and these days. Like,
Me too.
everything's just like, come on. It's just like, come on, be just a human being.
Her name is Amy Coney Barrett, and let me do a quick Google search so I can
Is she the person that's going to be replacing her?
It's Trump's pick to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That all right? This is disrespecting her wishes because her last few words. One thing that she really wished that would happen is that there wouldn't be a new pick until the next president, and it's just almost a month left. Which reminds me, please go vote.
Yes, 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 yes. Go vote. Voting's right around the corner.
This is like the most important election. So please, you guys out there, I encourage all of you guys to register to vote. If you're at the age to vote, please go register. This is basically life or death.
You can go to vote.org. You can look up online where the nearest place to vote is or how you can mail in to vote.
And also on all social media platforms, they always have links to where you guys can go and register. Also to check where in your state, wherever you are living, when it's what's the thing? What am I trying to say? Like when it's the voting time in your state, basically. So just go look that up, you guys. Be informed, definitely.
On a angry note.
Oh, that wasn't anger?
Oh no, not until you hear this shit I'm about to say. So as we all know, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but today is when we're supposed to hear if the police who killed Breonna Taylor are going to go to court or if they're going to dismiss the case.
Oh, this is interesting. Please go on.
So the LMPD declared a state of emergency ahead of expected Breonna Taylor announcement. And this brought up a lot of good points where it's like, why would you call a state of emergency if you didn't know what the verdict was going to be? Well, not verdict, but what was going to happen and what was going to be announced later on today. And they released the state of emergency, and I'm going to read it to you guys. If you guys want to comment on anything that I say, just let me know. You can just jump on in. It says, in anticipation of Attorney General Daniel Cameron's announcement in the Breonna Taylor case, I am declaring a state of emergency for the Louisville Metro Police Department. To ensure we have the appropriate level of staffing to provide for public safety services and our policing functions effective immediately, the LMPD will operate under the emergency staffing and reporting guidelines as outlined in the standard operating procedures, emergency response plan, and collective bargaining agreements until further notice. And so what they did was they set up barricades around the Capitol in case of protests, in case of riots, and they had to pull all police officers that were either on vacation or were off today, and they had to bring them into the station in order to prepare for, I guess, what's to come. And everyone's, saying, well, why would you call a state of emergency when it's not even the actual verdict? It's only to see if the case moves on and goes to court or if it's dismissed. And it's been brought up that maybe they do know that it's going to get dismissed and everyone's going to be fucking pissed. This also affects everything else too, because I've been turned into a Laker fan and the Lakers play today at 6, but apparently the whether or not the case gets it's dismissed or moves on, it's going to come out at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if it comes out that the case has been dismissed for whatever the fucking reasons, all sports will cease. Like, they're gonna walk out. They're gonna there's gonna be so many riots and protests, and America is gonna literally become a worse shithole than it already is.
So we're gonna
And
find out today.
yeah, because my sister's boyfriend was telling me the word for it. It's not even the actual verdict. So the fact that they're preparing, that's a little sus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, court system and police system is tied together. Obviously, police officers will know what's what. Judges will, speak anonymously to, sources, and it's all fucked up, corrupt system. But if you're out there in Louisville, please be careful tonight, in case. And if you aren't, please stay on the lookout for what's going to be said, because I think what's going to be said is ultimately going to change America, literally, for better or for worse. Like, it's going to happen. So keep an eye out for that.
I just don't understand how they could have reached a payment settlement for her death, and they gave the family payment for what had happened, but they can't arrest the people that did it. Like, that
Yeah.
makes no sense. You like it literally
Yep.
just says you are practically buying someone's life out.
Yep. And uh, what's the infuriating part about this is it's the amount of disrespect and people trying to, you know, justify the police's despicable actions. You can't justify them going into a house without a warrant, not announcing themselves, and killing an innocent EMT who was going to nursing school. And you're going to blame it on the boyfriend for shooting first? That's their fucking house. If someone came into their house unannounced and they had a gun, they would most definitely use that fucking gun.
Especially in the night when the cops' outfits are practically dark, where you really can't tell what's going on. And it's nighttime and they're asleep and he's waking up to like literally just chaos happening. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah, and like, you people on the other side, or people who are against Black Lives Matter, they want to preach to the choir about fucking guns. And when someone uses it, they they it's not about the guns, it's about your fucking internalized racism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I can't speak about politics. Like, oh my god, I guess I'm angry. But there's a lot to be angry about, and it, people just don't understand that, you know, when we're talking about Black Lives Matter, we're not saying they're better than your fucking white life. We're saying they're the fucking same and they should be treated as such. Point blank, period. Argue amongst yourself. But I'm very heated with this, and oh, you know, I've never been more ashamed to be American than I have this year. Like, I, I don't even know if I could say I was ever proud, but uh, I am definitely embarrassed and ashamed now. What's there to be proud of? Even like, Obama, like, he had his bad, very bad, like, president moves, but he was more well liked because he was respectful. He was literate. He could actually speak to people. That's what we liked about him. We liked how how relatable and how down to earth he was. That doesn't mean he didn't do bad shit behind the scenes, and we found out about them, and we all said, hey, yeah, that's bad. But this president, man, he does bad shit in front and behind the scenes. And please go vote. Please go vote.
Moral of the story: go vote, guys.
Never in our few episodes that we have we had this heated of a trending topic, trending topic.
Let's hope we don't have any more. If Trump gets reelected, the amount of heat and fury, it will be all one episode.
It's not going to be a trending topic. It's going to be a whole topic.
It's going to be the entire fucking episode.
All right, now we're going to review Trump.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This orange, peely looking ass.
And I used to like Cheetos. I don't like Cheetos no more.
Oh,
I don't like red hats no more.
Chester the Cheeto is ashamed.
Chester the cheetah. Poor guy. Gets a bad rep now.
I know, poor thing. But let's get into today's topic.
Wait, before we do that, we got a break.
Oh yeah, break. Should I do it?
We need time to yeah. I feel like you would be a good closer to cool off.
Okay.
Everyone, let's just all take a deep breath together. Ready?
Okay.
Wasa.
Well, after that heated trending topic, let's all go outside and take a deep, deep breath. Let's get a little calm. We'll come back and we'll talk about our topic that Jess will be telling us today, and we'll have a great episode. And now, here's a few words from our sponsors.
All right, guys, on a lighter note, we have an amazing topic for you guys today. So I know a lot of you people out there have all heard of that amazing show. I know it was my favorite show, That's So Raven.
Ooh.
Yes. That was my favorite show on Disney Channel by far. Even growing up, I still watch it till this day. I love that show so much. So today we'll be discussing more about it and getting more in depth, and also sharing some cool facts about the show that I didn't even know, but is really, really cool to find out.
Wow. So excited. I'm so excited. It's been forever since I've seen it. So, this is going to be a callback to 90s cartoons, Jessica. So, let's get into it. I'm so excited. I want to know more. I want to know facts. I like knowing things.
So, some fun facts about this amazing, iconic show. It was the first and the only Disney sitcom to break 100 episodes.
Wow.
That is huge.
An
Anytime
icon.
a show hits 100 episodes, that's amazing. That means the show is doing great. And then also, did you guys know that the same high school that That's So Raven was set in was also the same high school in Saved by the Bell? In Bayside
Really?
High, yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting.
So I never caught on to that. I never even noticed it until I was researching the show and I saw this fact. And it is in fact the same high school if you guys look at the background and stuff.
Fun fact. I think my mom was a extra in not Saved by the Bell, but one of those older shows. I forgot which one. I'll have to find it, but yeah, there's literally a clip on YouTube and you see my mom in there. It's hilarious.
Wait, your mom did acting?
That's so
She
cool.
she was an extra. She tried doing extra work and stuff when she was younger. I think maybe high school maybe. So I was like, oh, no wonder that's where I get my acting stuff from.
That's awesome. I never knew that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I have to ask her. I'll be like, hey, what show did you extra in? I think she's gonna say one of those shows, but I'll have to ask. Let me ask right now.
I have some fun facts as well because I took a little interest in the show's fun facts. Did you know that it was the first series in the Disney Channel live action universe to participate in a massive crossover event. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the first ever crossover event, and That's So Raven kicked it off by being the first episode in the 3-part episode crossover event.
That's amazing. I I just have nothing but good things to say about That's So Raven. That show was so much fun. It's just so good. I have not met one person that does not love that show. In my opinion, it was the best Disney Channel show on Disney Channel.
Ooh, I would have to fight you on that, but you know.
What other one do you think, Em?
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I would say yes, but also I don't know. I have to say That's So Raven has a beat.
Yeah.
Only because That's So Raven for me is just a little bit more entertaining. Even though Zach and Cody have a bunch of hilarious moments and hilarious characters, That's So Raven just has that different type of comedy
I
in a
feel like
way.
it was based That's So Raven is almost like the foundation of all like the other shows that came after it. Like it's definitely inspired by That's So Raven.
It's crazy you say that because when you say That's a Raven, I don't think of the show. I think of Cheetah Girls. I only think of that because Raven Simone is, you know, that bitch, obviously. But
Mhm.
like I can't say that I like anyone else on that show besides her because she's like the main girl, you know?
What? What? You don't like
Chelsea? Do
Chelsea?
you like Chelsea?
I don't remember anything of her. Just the
Dude,
fact that she was the white friend. That's it.
that's so funny.
She was like she was the token dumb friend that like every like Disney Channel show has.
Yeah. And you also have to like realize that I've only seen it when I was a kid and I haven't seen it since. So I'm coming from a different, you know, knowledge of it. Like it wasn't I don't think it was that show that I would like was like, "Oh, I'm going to love this when I'm an adult." No, that was SpongeBob. and, that, and that's more telling of me than it is of y'all.
I watched a lot of Disney Channel growing up. That's So Raven was one show that I really liked. I remember wanting to like get it on DVD because I haven't seen it in so long. This was like before Netflix and streaming and stuff. And I was like, I can't find it on DVD anywhere. And they just stopped showing it on like Disney Channel. So I was like, I can't really find it. So I haven't watched That's So Raven until I was able to watch it on Disney Plus again. And the shows themselves, I mean, the episodes themselves felt familiar, but I also felt like I was watching it almost new again because I
Mhm.
was like unfamiliar with some of the outcomes. Like I remember a lot of what happens in the more popular episodes, but when I was watching it like the entire series through, I was like, wait, I don't remember what happens. So it was kind of like fun to like get to relive that in a way. But then whenever the scene would happen, I'm like, yeah, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and I'm sure once I rewatch it cuz when I see shows when I'm little, if they're not like memorable to me, I'm not going to rewatch them. Point blank period. And so I haven't rewatched That's So Raven, so maybe if I rewatch it, I'll change my mind. But as of right now, I'd rather hear your guys's, you know, thoughts on it than mine because mine are fuzzy and I probably won't even remember anything. All I remember is when they're those when they're that like 70s fighting duo or whatever, coffee and cream. I just remember that.
That's So Raven to me, when I was little, what I noticed a lot about it was that it didn't shy away from speaking about stuff that is still relevant till today. And I think having a show so big, especially on such a big platform like Disney Channel, for me, when I was younger watching that, I was like, wow, okay, I didn't even okay. Cause like it was just things that you learn about in school and then you go home and you see it like on your favorite show. It just really like sinks in and it's really like stayed into my head till this day as to why I think the old Disney Channel was very didn't shy away from speaking about body image issues, relationships, racism, stealing, cheating, all this stuff that happens in real life. And I just really admire the fact that with That's So Raven, they didn't shy away from that. They really solidified like their platform to speak about these things. And I remember being little, especially like one episode that pops into my head would definitely be the episode where Chelsea and Raven go to the store. They play at this retail store. And obviously, Raven, she performs better than Chelsea does. But it ends up being that Chelsea gets the job instead of Raven. And then Raven has a vision in her, she has a vision basically saying that the store owner, who is a Caucasian woman, she doesn't hire black people. And I just remember that episode so vividly. I think that's the one I remember the most of that show because it's still something. So scenarios like that still happen till this day. So I just really applaud That's So Raven for using their platform to really have episodes that don't shy away from topics like that. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I also think because having a person of color as a lead and not the token friend was actually really monumental too. It was a very progressive show, especially in like was it early 2000s or was it?
Yeah, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah. So I applaud it for talking about those issues because those are a problem, and I mean here we are in a new decade still talking about it.
But it's moments like that in shows that do kind of help the next generation be able to make a difference and make a change.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing that as a kid for the first time and just being like really confused and angry and pissed off being like, "But why doesn't Raven have it?" I was like, "Why didn't Raven get the job?" Cuz that was like season 3. So like you already knew that she is someone who really loves fashion and like clothes and stuff and shopping. So I was just kind of like, "But this I was like, this is where she excels." I was like, "Chelsea sucked."
Well, I also wonder like how did it affect people who were white or were only surrounded by white people, because I grew up around POC. I never grew up like around just a predominantly white area. So I'd be curious to like see how that's where even actually like either help them or like change their view on things, because I think that's so interesting, like how this show was made, and how what it talked about and how it affected people.
Well, I would say, speaking as a white male, predominantly around other white family members, it did make me see from a different lens at a young age. And one second, my grandma walked in.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi,
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
how are you?
I'm good. How are
I know if
you?
I yelled, I could hear you.
How you do?
Good, good. How are you
Good, I'm
doing?
glad. All right, talk to Mark. Go ahead. Have a good night.
You
Oh,
too.
you
Have a good
too.
night. She is so cute. I love your
She's
grandma.
so cute. Can you please leave this in? Please.
The viewers out there, the listeners, you get to meet a new cast member. Is Mark's grandma.
As I was saying, I will say, as someone who is white, it really did make me see in a different lens, a lens that I never really thought about because I never really saw an issue with it because I was never faced with issues like that. I mean, it did really help me. I don't know about anybody else though.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Jess?
Oh, me being a Mexican woman, definitely. For me, growing up, I went to a school, like, the area is white, but the school was always mixed with white, Mexican, blacks, Asians. And so for me, obviously, That's So Raven was a huge hit for everyone. I remember a lot of classmates were always talking about it. But for me, it just really showed me that, like, hey, I'm obviously not white. Like, my skin color is brown. this can happen to me. I was like, wow, this will probably happen to me one day. I don't know. So it just definitely made me aware, I would say. It
Mhm.
made me very aware of things at a very young age.
That's great. That's what you want shows to do. You want them to bring forth things that can happen and show how people deal with it.
Hmm.
It's that good representation that TV needs. And now, like there's Disney shows are having characters come out as gay. It's great because they're bringing awareness to things and not hiding them and pretending they don't exist anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think the way that she handled it was really, really great. Like, she didn't go down the angry way. She wasn't going to go there and like yell or complain. She took it up, went in disguise and did this whole thing and caught it on camera. Like, a secret, but also very civil way of handling it. She didn't have an outburst. She wasn't pissed off. She was just kind of like hurt. And she handled it, I think, the best way. She
Yeah.
won in the
Mhm.
end. I mean, she didn't get the job, but she got that woman down.
She
Yeah.
definitely got her justice. She got her justice in a very graceful and classy way. She didn't turn, like
Hmm.
you said, Mark, she didn't turn to violence. She just spoke her truth and she won.
She's just an icon. Raven Simone is an icon.
And then speaking of Raven, fun fact, she originally, when she auditioned for the show, she auditioned for Chelsea's character. Looking at the show, or even Raven herself, I could not imagine her playing Chelsea's character. The producers, the writers of the show, just saw how talented she was, and then they decided to rewrite the entire show, making her the lead.
I actually have this written down too.
You do?
Yes. uh, I will get into this and give a little more insight, but beautifully said, Jessica. Yes. Raven originally wasn't the main character. So when the show was first conceived, it was going to be called The Future Is on Me, and it was going to star a character named Dawn Baxter. And the name of the show changed to Absolutely Psychic, and then the lead character's name became Rose Baxter. Raven Simone initially auditioned to play the supporting role of the best friend, Chelsea Daniels, but she ended up landing the starring role when she impressed the creators of the show with her audition. It wasn't until she was cast that the show finally found its name with That's So Raven, and its main character's name changed one last time to Raven Baxter. In addition, Anneliese Vanderpool was not originally going to play Chelsea because another girl had gotten the part, but Raven got along so well with Anneliese that she ended up getting the role instead.
Wow.
And she gave her input and said that she wanted Chelsea to get the Anneliese to get the part to play Chelsea because she had good chemistry with her.
Oh, that's so interesting. It really is who you know.
It's who you know and how you perform your work.
Yeah. And that's crazy that she originally auditioned to be the sidekick. That's so interesting.
It just shows you how incredible Raven is. That
Yeah.
she originally went in to play a side character and blew everyone's expectations, and they were like, "Damn it, we got to give her the lead role."
They're like, let's just, redo everything and we'll get right back to you.
It sounded like they weren't even dead set on anything. Like they were constantly changing, and then it just
Yeah.
felt like she just landed in their metaphoric lap, and she just like won them over. And they were like, "Oh my god, we got it! This is it."
Yeah. And just like Jess was saying earlier, you can't really see anyone else than those characters. I don't think you would be able to replace Raven in that spot.
Raven, she just makes a show. Like it is her show, and it's about her. But like it's just how she does it. Like I'm a big fan of physical comedy, and she just does it
Mhm.
so well, and that's why I feel like I really was just eye-boggling it when I was like first watching it as a kid because I was like, "Oh my god, this is so funny!"
I love her. That's my jam.
Or her, oh snap, I'm okay.
You nasty.
You're nasty.
Nasty.
This show carries with me through like middle school too, is because there was one girl in my class, my English class. Her name was Lily, and she kind of had the same essence of Raven, the character. And
I have a friend too that reminds me exactly of Raven.
I do too. It's Mark.
no, stop. That's a huge compliment. You can't do
No,
that to me.
it is you though. Like here, yeah. I could gush about both my friends all day.
Oh my god. Here I was thinking I was the Chelsea. I'm the Raven? Hell yeah.
I think you would definitely go into disguise if you needed
You
to.
would.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
you're Raven.
Dude. We're just all chaotic.
I'm a chaotic neutral. Emily's a chaotic evil.
I dig it. I dig it.
And Jess is a lawful chaotic.
I think she's lawful good, to be honest.
You are lawful good. Yeah, you're not chaotic.
I feel like she can be though.
I have another fast fact if you want to
Ooh.
hear.
Yes.
So, as we all know, the main family of That's So Raven was Corey, the brother, Raven, the older sister, the dad, and the mom. So, this fact is about the mom because in the later season, she ended up disappearing out of the show because she was in England going to college, going to school. But it takes a less exciting turn for what actually happened. So, Raven's mother on the show was played by Takeya Crystal Keima, who sadly had to leave after portraying Tanya Baxter for 3 seasons of That's So Raven. There were various rumors as to why Takeya left, some suggesting she was bored or unhappy while on the show. However, there is a real reason why Takeya left the show. According to an interview with Madame Noir, Takeya was a constant caretaker for her grandmother. She would actually bring her onto set so she could watch her closely, as well as co-stars Kyle Massey and Orlando Brown, who would watch her while Takeo was shooting scenes. Takeo only signed on to do 3 seasons before the show unexpectedly did so good that it warranted more. And in her words, no choice to make, really, between work and her, so I chose her and focused on her care. And that became my life until she passed away. And after that, I just didn't want to work.
That's so sad.
Yeah. I can't imagine, going through that. It's like she kind of put her dreams on hold just to make sure her grandma was okay.
Yeah, it's I mean, I wouldn't say she necessarily put her entire dream on hold. I felt like she just put whatever else was to come after what she already signed on hold, because this goes back to what Jess said with the show making 100 episodes instead of the original 65 episodes. She originally signed on just to do 3 seasons, but because it did so well that it got picked up to do another season, she just didn't feel like she could do that, and she put all business, all whatever aside because she wanted to really take care of her family.
Yeah. And good on her, because that's dedication,
Mhm. And she even would bring her onto set too,
Yeah, bring her onto the set.
which must have been a thrill for her just sitting there watching them film.
Oh, I would have a blast.
Imagine she's just sitting there chilling while they're just like doing scenes, cracking jokes, whatnot.
And they had a live audience.
Yeah, she literally was the live audience.
But I feel like that would definitely be me. Like if it was life or death for a family member, I would drop everything and be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely has you written on it. Like I could definitely see you doing something like
Yeah.
that because you are very family oriented.
I'm very
Yeah.
passionate about my family. I love them a lot. But yeah, also another fun fact.
Whoa! We're getting hit with another one.
Oh.
During the show, while filming, Raven, she really began to think that she had psychic powers herself because she even said in an interview that she's very spiritual. So she would just feel things and that they would happen, which I think is kind of cool that she's playing a psychic character and here she is actually feeling like she's psychic herself, which I thought was funny. Like she is becoming her character, which I thought was funny. And then also, another fun fact was that Lindsay Lohan and Raven Simone were living together while Raven was filming That's So Raven. But Raven said that Lindsay didn't live in the house, but that she had her clothes there.
What?
Yeah, she didn't even live in their apartment. She just paid her portion of the rent, just had her clothes there, basically like a second closet, but didn't actually live in the house.
That's crazy.
That's
I had no idea they were close like that.
Neither did I until I was doing research and I thought, oh, this is interesting. Like I would never expect
Yeah.
it.
that's so weird. And it was during her little breakdown thing, no?
I don't know.
I
Didn't
don't
she
know.
have
I
a
think this was
breakdown
like
thing in the early 2000s?
I think this was early before that because I know I think it might have been after she did Mean Girls. I think because Mean Girls was like the last film before shit hit the fan with her.
I'm gonna check real quick.
I also didn't know that the show was only ran for 4 seasons. If to me it felt like it was longer than 4 seasons.
Yeah, it does feel long because the sitcoms for Disney have a lot more episodes than a regular TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually try to do new episodes like every day within a 5-day week period, and just to have something new and fresh. And I'm trying to think of like the amount because they have 100 episodes in 4 seasons, 65 and 3, so that would be 35 episodes each season.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
right? I need
I
to
think so. I'm not
calculate
sure.
that. If I am right, that is good math. No, I'm wrong. That would equal 140. So some seasons have more episodes than others. But where was I going with this? I have no idea. But yes, it does feel like a lot. But the one thing that confused me after watching it, I remember just going through all the Disney shows that have movies. But then I thought, and I was like, wait, Raven doesn't have a movie. So I wanted to go and dive deep into that. And I did. So the thing about a That's So Raven movie, it was supposed to happen. They had something in the works to make a That's So Raven movie. But the main reason that they say that it never happened was because Raven was very, very busy with her music career at the time. She was going and doing concerts and stuff and movies. She was
For Cheetah
working
Girls?
Cheetah Girls and her career was just booming at the time when they were trying to conceive an idea for a movie, and they actually were pretty far along the creative aspect of it. They were going to have Raven go to Paris, and she was going to get into the designing in fashion design in Paris, and then Emily, Emily, I don't know why Emily came into my mind. Chelsea,
Hello.
Chelsea, and Eddie were gonna just somehow make it over there, and they were gonna get into some hijinks with her while she was trying to get into the fashion inside of Paris, and so it kind of gave me the European vibes that the Liz McGuire movie gave me.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh my God.
it probably would have been the same type of thing, just not music but fashion. Even the actress who plays Chelsea, Annalise, she said that exact same thing in an interview when they were asked about a That's So Raven movie and that why it never happened. I would love for them to make one now because they have Raven's Home.
I would love that.
They should still make one.
How is Raven's home?
I watched it. I watched a few episodes here and there. If it's on TV, I'm like, why not? Raven's good. There's no doubt about that. Raven is good.
Yes.
And the first episode, hilarious. I remember watching the first episode. Chelsea and Raven are divorced and single parents, and so they move in together and they are raising their kids together. And Chelsea's just like, "Hey, isn't it great that our marriages fell apart and that now we're living together with our kids and we're single moms?" And then they're like making their kids lunches, and then they just stop and they stare while the audience is laughing. And then then Raven's just like, "That got dark." That I'll send you guys the clip because it's really really funny. The kids are pretty good too. They're pretty talented. It's just that I don't know. I just find Raven and Chelsea just hilarious.
Is the writing not that great?
The writing's pretty good. It's so basically what happens is um Raven's kids, she has kids with Devon, her longtime crush
Oh,
from the show.
of course.
And the twins, one of them, it's a boy and a girl, and the boy ends up realizing that he has psychic powers just like his mom. Chelsea's son is this super smart, kind of Sheldon like character, like really scrawny, really nerdy. And it's kind of funny because sometimes it's like he raises her since she's like the dumb character.
Oh.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining. I don't watch it all the time, but if I do, I watch it primarily for Raven. And I feel like it does an equal part of like keeping her in the show as well as like making the show about the kids as well.
I mean, it's cool that they did it just to see where their characters ended up.
Single and in New York.
To get back to Lindsay Lohan and her breakdown thing, it was during the same time. So That's So Raven started in 2003, and Lindsay Lohan's kind of breakdown started in 2004.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then it went on to like 2007. That's when she started going in and out of rehab centers and stuff. So when That's So Raven was happening, her whole thing was going down, and her clothes were just in Raven Simone's apartment.
What are some of your guys' favorite moments of the show?
She's basically just asking Mark.
No, Emily, there's something you remember. When you think of the show That's So Raven, what episode comes into your mind instantly?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There has to be one. Or like an outfit that she had, a disguise, like anything that pops up.
I told you that I only remember the moment of their coffee and cream thing. That's it. I don't know what happened in the episode. I just know their outfits.
Allow me to provide you some insight. That episode is the episode when Eddie actually gets psychic powers from a comet that's passing by. Oh, I'll continue. I thought we were going to react.
Oh, my first reaction was, huh?
Yeah. So in that episode, Eddie ends up getting powers from a comet that's passing by. He looks down at this disco ball that he's holding, and then something happens where the beams shoot into his eyes, and he gets psychic powers for the entirety of the episode. And he tells Raven, and she's just kind of like, "Oh, you have to be responsible with this. Like, it's a lot of power and responsibility." And then instantly he, misuses it, and instead of just like letting them happen, like with Raven, they just happen. He tries to like force it because he's gaining popularity from it. His powers end up fading, and he ends up telling this guy this wrong outcome for a horse race, and the guy gets pissed off, so the guy goes to hurt Eddie. But then that's when Raven and Chelsea come in disguised in their outfits to stop this guy from injuring Eddie.
Yeah, I just remember those outfits, and then I remember her denim on denim outfits because I thought it looked so bad. I don't like denim on denim. What kind of overalls does Mario wear?
Denim, denim, denim.
Anyways, Mark, what's your favorite episode?
Oh my god.
There's so many good ones that it's hard to choose.
Exactly. There are so many good episodes. The one that comes to mind that I really get a kick out of all the time is the episode where they are working the school shop. What would it be called? Like the school store? Yeah, the school store. And they just get into this whole just like mess
What about you, Jess?
Oh, like I said, there's so many good moments.
It's hard to pick one.
Yes. If I have to pick one, I can't pick one. But okay. Do you know that episode where Victor, Raven's dad, he gets fired from the restaurant that he works at? So then Raven and Eddie and Chelsea go disguised as Raven goes
Oh.
disguised as yes, you know what I'm talking about. She goes
Yeah.
disguised as this famous celebrity, and that Eddie and Chelsea are like her bodyguards, her sidekicks. So basically, she goes into the restaurant demanding that she will only eat here if Victor Baxter cooks the food. And then the boss says, "Oh, he doesn't work here anymore." And then she's like, "What? He doesn't work here anymore?" And so then she starts singing like this song. I love that episode so much.
She goes all out on this whole song.
Yeah.
My favorite part from that is when Chelsea's like, "Do you carry a lunchbox?"
I love that line. Oh, but there's just something about that line specifically makes me laugh every time. The way she says it, especially like with her disguise and everything, and the way like her body moves when she says it. It's so funny.
And then
I
what
love
song does
that
she sing?
episode.
She sings
It's
"Oh Danny
almost
Boy,"
like
right?
no,
Or
it's almost the Saints go marching in that song, but she was like, "Since
that's it.
Victor left, the food's no good." Also, I loved in That's So Raven that they would incorporate like her singing and her dancing. The one episode when she thinks that this janitor is some talent scout for this next show. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
I remember that
Yes.
one.
And so like she has
That
her
one I
whole
remember.
she puts like her whole like dance number out in the cafeteria and all. I loved that. That song still is my jam till this day.
Well, that janitor was pretty sus. He always walked around with his head down and shit. Like, I would think he was like some freaking person who shouldn't be there too.
Well, it didn't help that Raven had a vision of him saying, "I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna find him," and something else, just making it sound like he
Yeah.
was the guy who was gonna scout them out.
Wasn't he looking for like a not like an animal or something?
He was,
Or was it a person? Or I forgot what he was looking for.
he was a bug exterminator.
Yeah.
There was an outbreak of like roaches or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they all try to like wow him with a musical number. What really impressed me was Chelsea. Not gonna lie, when she busted out that musical number, I was like, "Who the hell is this
She
person?"
got pipes.
Because I know that like Raven and Eddie, Raven sings, Eddie can rap, but I didn't know Chelsea could do something. And then when she did that, I was like, "What the hell?"
You're like, "Oh, hello, talent. Nice to see you." So, should we get into the trivia now? We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes.
See, we can talk. I can talk about the show forever.
Wait, yes. But before we do, I have some
Yes.
famous faces that I caught from the show.
Oh, okay.
Let's start off with the one that we all know, David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place. He played Corey's best friend.
Yep. That I remember.
So we also have Brenda Song from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She played a character named Amber before she was ever on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Wow.
And then this one is from what we just talked about, Paula Abdul, who played a talent scout in that episode as the janitor, who ended up being an actual janitor scouting people out.
Yeah.
She was like, "Hey, do you know anybody who likes to sing or dance that goes to this school?" And she's like, "Nah, you're at the wrong school." Then we have, this one was actually a surprise to me, Cyndi Lauper, the singer of the hit song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
I remember.
Yeah, she played the art teacher in the episode where Chelsea makes a statue of Raven with a gigantic beak.
Oh, that's so. Wow. That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't know until I was doing research, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then the last one, well, there's many, many, many more, but the last one that I found really funny, Tiffany Haddish.
What episode?
She was,
What?
yeah, Tiffany Haddish. she played the guide in the episode where they went to the biodome with the giant plant.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. I remember watching the show through when it first came out on Disney Plus, and when I got to that episode, I was like, "Wait, that's Stephanie Haddish." I was like, "What the hell?" It just shows you where like some actors need to start out, and they have like a lot of surprising roles that you didn't even recognize until later.
Yeah.
Those are all the famous faces that I caught watching That's So Raven.
You also forgot Adrienne Bailon.
Oh, there are
She
so
played
many.
Alana.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I could have put that, but I felt like we all knew. But also, there was some beef between them, and that's why she ended up leaving.
Wait, she played Chuchi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forget her name.
She was the bully, and she
Oh.
ended up leaving the show. The reason in the show was that she was so bad that she was sent to military school or something. The rumor is behind the scenes that there was a lot of drama between her and Raven, especially with stuff with Cheetah Girls and all that stuff that they've been through. And that's also kind of why she wasn't in Cheetah Girls 3.
Oh, yeah, because I always wondered why she wasn't in Cheetah Girls 3, and then also, uh, what? So was Cheetah Girls going on the same time as that? So Raven, I thought it was after.
I think it was the same time.
I think the
Oh.
first two were around the same time, but I think the last one was
Uh-huh.
afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, I'm learning a lot today.
I always thought it was because of Keeley. There was something happening between Raven and Keeley. That's why she didn't return for the third movie.
I mean, there was probably a lot, but I just know that
Mhm.
they had some differences behind the scenes, and that's why she left the That's So Raven show because she got replaced.
Yeah, and they're friends, aren't they?
Yeah, they're cool now.
So weird. Should we go into the trivia?
Trivia.
Oh, the trivia. So, first question. What was the show originally called? The Future Is Now, Absolutely Psychic, Raven the Psychic, or D, A and B?
The future is
The
whatever.
future is now, old man.
You guys are right, but also wrong. It was The Future Is Now and Absolutely Psychic.
Oh, you didn't say there was multiple answers.
Yes, she did at the end.
Should
She
I
said,
do that?
Oh, she
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take the L.
You get a half a point for that one, both of you.
Woo!
So, what was Raven originally casted as? A, the lead character, B, Chelsea's character, or C, the school bully?
Chelsea's character.
Chelsea's character.
I'm gonna keep a tally to see who wins.
Yeah, probably Remark.
Yeah.
How many seasons of That's So Raven were there? A, 7 seasons, B, 10 seasons, C, 6 seasons, or D, 4 seasons?
Ooh, this is a
4
this is a
seasons.
tough one. I don't know. I'm gonna go with 4. Fingers crossed.
Heck yeah, ding, ding, ding,
Whoa, no way. Woo, yeah.
ding. How many years did the show run for? 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years?
4 years?
I'm gonna say 4 years.
You guys are both wrong.
Damn, it was 5.
years.
Damn it, I was gonna go
5.
with 5.
Huh.
I just didn't want to be wrong and then lose a point.
We're both at 2.5.
So, fifth question. Who were the two main people of Raven's bullies? What were their names? A, Alana, B, Bianca, C, both A and B, or D, Stephanie?
C.
Both A and B?
Yeah, both A and B. Alana says she doesn't like your outfit today.
Get the stuff.
Get the stuff.
Question number 6. What was Raven's catchphrase? Oh, snap. Visions say what? I'm okay. Or both D, both A and C.
Both A and C.
I have to agree, both A and C. It's just B really got me. Vision say what?
I was like, what's another catchphrase that she would say? And I just typed it down. All right, who were Raven's best friends? A, Alana and Tyler. B, Chelsea and Eddie. Or C, none of the above.
B.
Chelsea and Eddie.
Yeah. Number 8. What city and state was That's So Raven take place? A, Tokyo, Japan. B, Los Angeles, California. C, San Francisco, California. Or D, Salt Lake City, Utah.
C.
San Francisco.
Yeah. You guys are both tallied up.
I know. Why are we tied?
It's because we learned a lot of information while talking about the show.
Yeah, that's true. I learned a lot.
Question number 9. What designer did Raven work for? A, Donna Gabbana. B, Stuart Little. C, Gucci. Or D, Fendi.
Donna Gabbana.
Stuart Little? No, it's Donna Gabbana, but Stuart Little.
As soon as you said Donna Gabbana, I was like, oh my god, I know that name.
What was the name of Donna Gabbana's dog? Was it A, Toby, B, Coco, C, Tina, or D, Victor?
Coco? That seems logical.
Coco. Oh,
Yes. You guys are both right. That concludes our little trivia.
Oh, that's it. Damn,
Yeah.
we're tied.
We're tied.
You guys are tied.
Damn, if I got that one right, I would have won.
Damn.
But I'm fine. I'm fine with being tied. We did
All right,
great.
bonus question.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
What did Donna Gabbana originally hire Raven for?
Assistant? I don't know. Mark, you
She's
go.
there to take care of Coco.
Yeah.
Oh. Dog sitter.
She
was the
originally
dog sitter.
hired her as an intern, but she was often stuck watching over her dog.
Yeah, intern.
I think I deserve that over Mark because I said an actual assistant is kind of like an intern. He just said taking care of Coco.
That was her main priority.
But that's not what the job was. That's
The
not
job
what the
wasn't
job's
even
called.
assistant because she
said
technically
intern.
was never paid.
But assistant is closer to intern.
All right, you know what? We need another question because now she's being real petty.
Oh my god.
I'm not being petty. I'm proving my point. I'm proving that I deserve a point or half a point or something. I don't care if I
Why don't you
lose.
assist yourself with your loss?
All right, here's another question. In the episode where Raven, she has that one enemy that ends up throwing a party on the same day as her, and then shows up to her house wearing the same outfit. Do you remember the part where Raven and Chelsea pull a prank on her, and then she's like, they basically cover her a bunch of stuff? Do you remember what was all over this girl when she walked into the house? Was it A,
Paint?
water,
Oh.
B, oil, C, feathers, or D, mud?
Mud. Sounds like it would be that.
Feathers.
Mark wins that one.
Okay, Mark officially wins.
Oh, do I? Sorry, was it intern feathers?
Intern and assistant are the same thing. You can't just say she took care of her dog. That's not what her title was. He could win. I don't care, but I'm proving my point. That assistant is closer to intern than what he said.
He seems kind of heated about not winning.
No, it's not about not winning.
No, it's
about the terminology that was
It's
used.
the fact that she didn't win. I don't think it's the technology that I talked about. I think it's the fact that she didn't win.
Terminology. You said technology. The fuck? We weren't talking about technology.
Tomato. All right. What's the next question, Jessica?
It's not the same thing.
Neither is assistant and dog taker care. Anyways,
Assistant and intern.
All right, here's the extra bonus question.
dog intern.
Okay. Yeah, dog intern.
What did Raven do to Alana did she stick gum in her hair?
Wait, what episode?
I was like, beat her up or what?
No. So bonus question. What did Raven accidentally do to Walana? A, did she stick gum in her hair? B, did she shave off the top of her head? C, did she steal her lunch money? Or D, did she hook up with Alana's boyfriend?
Like gum in
Yeah,
hair.
gum in her hair.
Partially right, but it was actually B, she shaved off the top of her head like a little hole.
What? What? How did you do that accidentally, though?
Because Raven did get gum stuck in her hair, but she had shaved it off when she was asleep. She had snuck into like her house or something, and she shaved off like the
What?
part. She shaved off the part that the gum was stuck in her hair, and she shaved that little. It was like a little circle. We should look up the episode. But yeah,
I remember the part, and I remember her getting the
What?
gum in the hair. I don't remember her sneaking into her house.
Yeah, just to shave off that. Jesus.
And if I may say so myself, that, I mean, to me doesn't sound, that's not so Raven.
but yeah, that
Good one,
was
Mark.
the bonus question.
I mean, I still lost, but
Ooh, I have a question. So, in the episode 5 Franken Discount, during the episode, Chelsea and Eddie are drinking as much soda as they can so they can win a mysterious prize. After Chelsea ends up with the winning can, the friend group decides to split the prize amongst each other and alternate between days when they can have it. My question is, what do we believe the Mr. Prize to be?
I have no idea.
Was it money?
No, they never tell you or show you or talk about the prize in detail of what it is exactly. The whole thing is that it's a mystery, and I think this is like the first and I think maybe only time you see Raven have a vision where you don't get to see that vision. So she's having a vision and she's just like, "Oh my god, guys, I just saw us with the prize." And then that's when Chelsea's like, "Wait, I have a winning can." Then they end up getting the prize. Chelsea and Eddie have it, and they're like, "Yeah, we brought the prize over. It's waiting in the back. It's your day to have it." And she's like, "Oh, I can't. I have to go help my brother." And then she goes to help the brother, and then they're just like, "Oh, look at it standing." And then
Oh
they're
my
like,
god! Okay, I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
"Yeah." And then they're like, "Wait, now it's moving. Wait, go get it. Go get it." And then the reason why what happened to the prize and how they don't have it anymore is because they tried to let it drink water, but it can't drink water, so it broke or died. And then they give Raven a picture, so she's like, "Oh, I never got to have my day with the prize." And then they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we got a picture with the prize." And the picture is of them two smiling down while the prize is covered by someone's thumb in the picture, so you never get to see what the prize is.
Damn, I remember. Okay, yeah.
But to me, it always seemed like a robotic animal. Like I always thought it was like a robotic dog or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I could see that.
Yeah, something robotic for sure. Just because, like, oh, look, it's standing, and there's like, oh, it's moving. Maybe it's like kind of like a. Have you seen those TikToks where it's like a little
Like Wall-E thing?
robot?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe it was like that, but like big and different looking.
It was really funny, but it really pissed me off as a kid. I was like, I just want to see it. God, what is
Should
it?
look up. Do they ever say what the thing was?
I did,
what
but
the prize
there's
was?
nothing. They give you
Wow.
they give you hints and like what it says, but they don't. They will never say what it actually was.
Mark, Emily, and I hope that you guys enjoyed revisiting an old classic.
Wait, I just had a vision. They did enjoy it.
Wow.
Don't act so hyped about that. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.